Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this specific training, we're going to continue talking about the Armor dashboard, but more specifically, we're going to start to drill down deep into the data. We want to talk about how you can understand the health and the performance of any one or multiple phone numbers that you own through PhoneBurner. Now, when you load the dashboard, by default, we're going to show you the performance of all of your phone numbers for all of your agents. But over on the right-hand side, you're going to see some filtering options. One of the first things you always need to choose is your date range. I'm going to leave that set to the last 30 days, and I'm going to update my date grouping to daily. Because this is sample data, I don't have a ton of data in here, and if I break it down daily, the graphs are going to look a little bit better. And then I'm going to go over here to the phone number option. This is going to list out all of the phone numbers that you own through PhoneBurner that are being protected by Armor. You can choose one number or multiple numbers. Once you've made that selection, when you click away, all of the data on this page is going to start to update based off of that selection. So here you can see the two numbers that I selected had 108 total phone calls, a 24.1% live answer rate, 0% on T-Mobile, but a 24.3% on other carriers, and no data for Verizon or AT&T. Now, if I scroll down, all of my graphs are going to be updated based off of my filtering. So I can go to call volume and see how many calls on a daily basis were made using any one of these phone numbers as a caller ID. And over on the right-hand side, I can break this down even more. Let's say I want to understand the call volume by lead source for these specific numbers. I can do that, and here you can see it's broken out all of my different lead sources into this graph. I can also take a look at agents. Which agents made calls using those phone numbers during that date range? I can break this down by phone number. Now granted, I should only have two phone numbers in here, and those will be listed out so I can see their individual respective volume. And we have those same options here for answer rates. So let's say we want to take a look at our answer rate by agent for those specific phone numbers. I make that selection, the graph will update, and here you can see the answer rates for all of those numbers and the agents that made those calls. I can break it down by carrier if I want. That's not going to add a lot of color here because remember, we didn't have anything on T-Mobile or Verizon, right? It's all other carriers for the most part. Let's jump over here to phone number so we can break it down and see the graph by the phone numbers, the answer rate. We can take a look at line type. Again, not as pretty. Lead source. This can be fun in some cases because we're going to be able to see how each lead source is performing with specific phone numbers. Now you may be breaking your phone numbers up into different pools, and this will give you a lot of insights into how effective any one number or number pool is working for you. And of course, we have all of the other graphs in here. I'm not going to go through each and every graph, but of course, if you have Armor, you can come in and play with this and take a look at all of these other graphing options. I do want to scroll down here to the bottom. This is always a fun one to show people, is the call volume by state and the answer rate by state. Just kind of fun to see on a map where your activity is happening. So anyway, thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. I hope this helps you and your organization get the most out of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.